This is the famous Brow Well next to the Solway in Dumfries and Galloway. It was here that in 1796 Robert Burns, who was suffering from endocarditis, his doctor, it said, recommended he come here for a health cure. In those days this was a sort of poor man's spa. There may have been more than one well, source of the chalybeate waters, rich in salts, particularly in iron. And Burns spent 3 weeks here. After the treatment, he went back to Dumfries and died 3 days later. Part of the treatment required him to go out into the sea or into the Solway Firth itself, up to his, beyond his shoulders, up to his neck. Perhaps the worst thing you could do for such an ailment. Whilst he was here, he met Maria Riddell, who was also unwell. She was staying at Conlogan House, and he was invited up to dine with her. Her comment was that he had the look of death about him. He had a horse with him, but he felt too unwell to ride, and he was given a lift back. At the time, Brow was a village or hamlet of about a dozen houses altogether. There's a couple of other claims to fame. One is that it's said traditionally that a Roman general landed his troops here. And the other, slightly more bizarre claim to fame, is supposed to be the first place in Scotland where pigs were kept, and the sight of them scared the living daylights out of the locals. Various Burns societies come together here annually to commemorate Robert Burns' life. These are the waters of the Solway, not far from Brow Well. So it's here that Burns would have gone for his immersion therapy, which even in the month of July, the waters would be very cold. This is the village of Clarencefield, near the Brow Well. It was here that Robert Burns had to come to get part of his cure, which was a bottle of claret. However, one occasion he came, he had insufficient funds. Whilst being treated at Brow Well, Burns was invited to come to dine with the minister at Ruthwell manse. It was a bright sunny day, much like today, and the minister's daughter came to pull the curtains because it was blinding Burns. But he basically said, "Leave the curtains as they are. I haven't got much longer for sunshine to fall on me." So very much aware of his own end coming shortly. He died only 3 days after returning to Dumfries after his treatment at Brow Well.